Stay Tuned Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of a drunken degenerate watching the National Football League.
Welcome everybody to Stay Tuned Sports. I'm your boy King, hanging out with you here on this Thursday night. We're getting ready to watch the New York Football Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles tangle it up at the giant HVAC unit, the big air conditioner, MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Thank you so much for joining us here. As I said, this is Stay Tuned Sports. If you want to help support the channel, which you can do very easily and for free, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that share button, and if you're watching along with us for the first time, please hit that subscribe button. And if we haven't earned your subscription yet, we will in the future. Thank you so very much for that. If you want to help us out in a little bit more tangible fashion, we have a link for our donation station and our merch store and our Discord, by the way, all in the top of the chat, pinned to the top of the chat in the top comment there, and in the description below this video. If you want to donate to us, you absolutely can. Anything you'd like. If you want to get your name in a ticker, like Pecan, you have to donate more than $110, as Pecan right now is the leader in the clubhouse. But, again, we will take any donations. We will take bits of string if you have it. Thank you so very much. Again, our merch store, new merch coming in there all the time. Got Jackson Dart shirt in there. Hopefully Jackson Dart can do something tonight as the New York Giants get ready to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Boy, I don't have hope for this one. I'm a Giants fan. I don't have hope. That's kind of the thing. That's kind of what we run with here. We don't have any hope. But again, it's great to see the chat filled up there. If you want to come and join the chat is open. Come in, say hi, say hello, say how are you doing. We got ELS in there. We got Hamster. We got Jimbo in there. Good to see Jimbo giving a shout out here. Jimbo says, I'm giving myself one offensive drive. If I did not see the spark, then I'm going to bed. ELS in the chat says, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for some Thursday night football between the Eagles and the Giants. Please don't be a blowout. Boy, that might be a tall ask there, ELS. I'm not sure how that's going to I don't feel confident about this game. Then again, I'm a Giants fan, like I said. Kind of gone the last 15 years without any hope, and I don't see what. Again, we're at home. It's a primetime game. What do we get? Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? So again, I don't have any great hope about this one. I didn't have hope that we'd beat the Chiefs in primetime, and we didn't. And now here we are in primetime again, at home against the Eagles on a short week, where we lost to the Saints the week before after giving up 5 turnovers. We don't even have Darius Slayton. Like, we're down like every wide receiver you can imagine. We have no wide receivers left whatsoever. We have Wan'Dale Robinson. That is about it. Not instilled with the greatest amount of confidence right now, you could say. I do have my Giants glass here. My Giants Hess glass with from the 70s there. Very nice. I think my parents had a collection of these. They had a whole bunch of them. They used to have Jets ones, and I think they had a Bills one. There was an Eagles one, believe it or not. They had a whole bunch of them. The Giants one's the only one that survived. So, and that's what I decided to drink out of here. And the Giants sucked in the 70s, so maybe this is bad luck. Maybe I'm drinking out of the glass that's giving the Giants bad luck. So we're playing like we did in the 70s, which was not great. So, I don't know. Maybe that's what's doing it. Lloyd in the chat. Great to see Lloyd in the chat. He says, everybody smash that like button. Help this brother out. Listen, if you like us, you like us. If you don't, you don't. I would like for you to hit the like button. Even if you don't like us. Even if you don't like us, hit the like button just as, as that. You can also subscribe to us if you want to. And you can subscribe to us and then never watch us again. I don't know. I would like for you to watch us again. That's kind of the goal here. We want to get everybody to watch us here. Lloyd in the chat says, King, the New Jersey Blue Boars are showing promise to lose. Yeah, no, like I said, I have no great thing. And Lloyd in the Discord, he was going off, and eventually he said so many bad things about the Giants. And Lloyd came out and said, King, you know I'm joking, right? Don't worry. You're not going to take this too hard. It's like, Lloyd, my brother in Christ, I have said so many things about the New York Football Giants. So many things. So many things worse than you could ever possibly imagine. And I've said them over and over and over again. Nothing you said in that Discord is anything close to the worst thing I've ever said about the New York Giants. Not even close to the worst thing I've ever heard about the New York Giants. You can even ask Jimbo when we used to hang out at his father's bar. There was a Steelers fan, a lovely old lady who had literally the mouth of a sailor, but then who turned to me one day while I was watching the New York Giants in the midst of the Giants playing like they do now. And she turned to me and said, "You have the worst mouth I've ever heard on somebody, ever." And coming from this particular woman, that was saying something. So just to let you know, nothing you could say about the New York Giants is ever going to offend me, is ever going to be something that I'm going to take personally. Because anything that you could say about the New York Giants, I have already said. I have said it many times, and I've said a lot worse about them. So I'll just say it like that. That's all we need to know. Lloyd, listen, it's going to take a lot to overstep with me. You have to reach hamster levels before you overstep. Hamster says one of these teams will be winning by a shutout after the first quarter. I don't think that's too much of a. It's probably going to be the Giants are going to be losing with 0 points. Listen, the game isn't even started yet, and I've already down half the glass. I mean, just to let you know where King's old mindset is here. Jalen Carter is not playing tonight, so there is something. He didn't spit on anybody, from what I understand. It seems to be a heel injury. And again, if you have anything that has to deal with the feet, and you're playing at MetLife Stadium with the fucking turf monster there, maybe it's best to have him sit out, and maybe that's what they're doing. Lloyd on the, hey, you have to reach hamster levels of overstepping. He's like, that's the level I don't ever want to reach. And hamster, I don't overstep. A little bit. A little tiny bit. A little tiny bit. God, I just don't want to get destroyed. Jimbo in the chat says the turf was a major factor according to the pregame show. I can imagine. I can imagine it. Like, nobody likes field turf as it is. Nobody likes the AstroTurf. Nobody likes the fake fields. But the MetLife Stadium is something else. Is something else. So, whoo, God, I just don't want it to be an embarrassment. Please, just don't be an embarrassment. Just don't be it's going to be an embarrassment, isn't it? No, it's going to be an embarrassment. As we see Kaylee Harding there talking to Saquon. Saquon Barkley had 6 rushing attempts last week. I guess 6. He should have that in a drive, let alone an entire game. If the Eagles don't learn their lesson, like if they don't just run Saquon down the Giants' throat in this game, I don't know what's like. Well, what are you doing? Like there's some very questionable shit happening with like I don't understand. Sirianni and what he's doing. Now again, Sirianni clearly is a better coach than Brian Daboll. But still, that's kind of a silly thing. Oh, Eagles are going to be.
Stay tuned.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. Oh no! Don't want to do that. There we go. That's the button I want to hit. So here we go, and that kick is already starting off with a flag. Because the kick went. Okay, I see what happened. I was too busy worrying about my screw up. So we got a legal procedure because it didn't land in the landing zone. Hand off to Barkley, and Barkley, they're going to run him, and he goes for 15, down to 19-yard gain, all the way down to the Giants' 41. And that's where they're starting off. Hamster says, don't make us watch a cut. I know, I hit the wrong button. I was like, whoops, that's wrong. So 1st and 10, they're going to say actually it was only an 18-yard run. Oh, only an 18-yard run for Saquon on the first carry. Yes, they're just handed off to Saquon again, and Saquon's got a huge haul, and he's going to go for another 12, 13 yards on that one. We're off to a flying start here, Giants fans. Off to a flying start. Oh, fuck. Saquon Barkley has 2 rushes for 31 yards. He has 31 yards! A.J. Dillon now with the carry. There's a name I haven't heard in a while. Gets, 2 yards on that one? Not much. Yeah, we still got the Tigers. You still got the Cubs and Brewers playing. Not the Yankees. The Yankees got their ass fucking knocked out. That's going to be Hurts keeping it, and he's going to slide down for a 2-yard loss. So back to 3rd and 10. See, they stopped giving the ball to Saquon. Why do you stop giving the ball to Saquon? Run that motherfucker into the ground. What are you doing, Eagles? What are you doing? That's crazy. I would be running him until I couldn't. Hurts takes the snap, back looks, throws. That's going to be caught. That's going to be Goddard, but he's going to be short by about 5 or 4 yards there. So it's going to be 4th down. Eagles should be able to kick a field goal here. Jimbo says, well, good night, folks. They run Saquon for the first 3 runs, does a great job, and that is kicked all the way through. Well, why is there a star there? That shouldn't be there. Fix that. And with that, the Eagles have themselves a 3-0 lead over the New York Giants. Hamster's like, Jimbo, why are you mad? They're going to win. Hamsters, can we just make Wisconsin part of Canada? Hamster, parts of Canada are coming to the U.S. We're not doing the reverse. We're not doing it. It's not like we're going to give Canada Wisconsin and we get Alberta and Saskatchewan in a province to be named later. This Alberta and Saskatchewan they're just coming over. Jimbo in the chat saying, please stop running that stupid running play with Hurts. It never works. Unlike the tush push. Tush push always works. That particular fake handoff bootleg there with Hurts, Jimbo says, does not work. So ELS in the chat talking football there, saying the Brewers just need to end the series with the Cubs. No game 5, please. Make you sweat. Maybe it'll make you sweat a little bit. Kind of getting tired of the Gronk USAA commercials. I'm just going to put that out there right now. I'm just going to put that out there. Just saying. Ugh. I'll say, here's the thing, too. Like, with that particular driver, it's like, oh, the Giants held the Eagles to 3 points. I'm kind of going to side with Jimbo on this one. I don't think the Giants stopped the Eagles. I don't think the Giants made the Eagles give up, the Giants defense stopped them. They stopped handing the ball. Saquon has 31 yards on what, 2 carries? 2 carries for 31 yards. And then they stopped handing the ball off to him. Saquon's averaging a little over 15 yards a carry on 2 carries. I got great. Oh, very early. But why would you take him out if that's working? Why would you stop doing that if it's working? I don't understand that. The kick is away. Olszewski, he's going to return it to the 30, up to the 35, out to the 40. He's got some room, gets it to the 45, and finally taken down at around the 46-yard line. Question 1. In 2000, the Eagles selected this defensive end who left training camp before the first season game to pursue a musical career. That I actually don't know. Jimbo needs to know that one. I figured I would know that, but I don't. So here we go. Jackson Dart on 1st and 10 for the New York Giants. In shotgun. Skidaboo in the backfield with him. Eagles showing pressure. Hands it to Scatterbo. Scatterbo gets a gain of about 3 yards. Hey, we got a body boy. Hey, Clanker. Hey, you little clanky boy. Adios, Clanky. Second and 7. Dart back to throw. Looks over the middle. Almost intercepted. Should have been intercepted. What the fuck was that? Not sure what that was. I don't mind the Clankers joining, man. If the Clankers want to join, it adds a view, I guess. So, I can get bot numbers just like what's his face from fucking Twitch. That political jerk off, Hassan, whatever his name is. Ooh, hard count from Jackson Dart, and we've got a flag. They're going to say it's on the Giants. So he did it to his own guy. Why is this not? Oh. So now it's 3rd and 12 for the Giants. Dart, big ball down the field. Did he catch that? Holy shit. Hey, the guy who had the offsides got the pass, so I'll give him that. That's a good way to make it up there, Humphrey. Yeah, he totally shocked that dog, Lloyd. He absolutely did. He abuses that dog. That was a 50-50 ball if there ever was one. Hand off to Scatterbo, and Scatterbo's going to get 2 yards before he hits the line of scrimmage and goes down. 2nd down. Hamster says, holy macaroni. Dodgers tied it up against the Phillies. Good. I hate both those fucking teams. Jackson Dart. Oh, avoids the pressure. Avoids the pressure again. Oh, was going for Wan'Dale Robinson throwing across his body. Probably not the best pass. 3rd and 8 coming up here for the Giants. That was good escaping the pressure there from Dart. So let's see what the Giants can do here. They're on Philadelphia's 19-yard line. We are technically in the red zone. Can we get on the board with a touchdown? I'd like to see that. Oh, by the way, yeah, that's an incomplete pass, so that's a stop of the clock. I don't know why the clock kept on running there. Sorry about that. Jackson Dart steps back. He's going to feel the pressure, pulls it down. He's going to run himself. First down to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Giants! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! That's how we do. Woo! Snap, hold. Extra point is up, and the extra point is good. And the New York Giants lead 7-3. So I think it was Lloyd. Was it Lloyd who said that he thought there was going to be a team that did not score? It was going to be a shutout at the end of the first quarter. I guess not. And here goes Jimbo. Jimbo says, "Well, good night, folks. I hear the fat lady singing. Come on, Jimbo. Have some faith that your Eagles are going to go ahead and hand the ball off to Saquon. If the Eagles just hand the ball off to Saquon, the Eagles win this game comfortably. Can we be honest with each other? Everybody in the chat, let's just all be honest with each other. If the Eagles hand the ball off to Saquon, the Eagles win this game. I mean, it is just as simple as that. It is just that simple. It was Hamster did. Okay, I wasn't sure if you were Hamster, Lloyd. I was not aware. So it was Hamster who said that he thought it was going to be a shutout by the one of the teams was going to be shut out by the end of the first quarter. Well, neither team is shut out. Giants 7, Eagles 3. Eagles going to get the possession back. There's 9:59 remaining in the first quarter. As you can see, I kind of got a nifty little clock there. I'm going to try to keep the time as best I can. I'm trying to work with some new hotkeys on here. I'm trying to do new stuff. I'm trying to do new stuff, man. I'm trying to be all new. Trying to be all, change things up here a little bit, make it a little bit more dynamic. We'll see if that works. We'll see how long. I already screwed up the timekeeping once, so there's no doubt I'll keep screwing it up. Hamster says there was a boost on FanDuel that was both teams to score in the first quarter, boosted to a plus 160. And usually when FanDuel boosts something, it won't hit. And I remember a couple of years ago when Pat McAfee was still working with FanDuel, and he had they were doing like the Pat McAfee specials on FanDuel and shit. Like none of his boosted specials ever hit. So you're not wrong about that. A lot of the FanDuel boosts never hit 1,000%. So you're correct on that. So the fact that one actually did hit is actually pretty something pretty good. That's pretty special. So here's the thing. You got to like Dart for making chicken salad out of chicken shit there. We got to be. There's Brian Burns coming in to give him some love. Everybody's there giving him some love. I like it. Let's go, Giants. Eagles return it to the 20, to the 25, out to the 30-yard line, and that is where they will start their drive. Question 2, Charlie Connerly was the Giants' starting quarterback throughout most of the 1950s. Which college, known as the Rebels, did Connerly attend? Well, it's one or two. It's either Ole Miss or UNLV. I'm going to imagine it was probably Ole Miss. I'll say Ole Miss. So 1st and 10. Jalen Hurts in shotgun. He has Saquon back there with him from the 29. Eagles step back. Look, throw. That's going to be given to Goddard. And that's going to be good for a couple-yard gain there. Yeah, Ole Miss. Knew that. Knew that. Second and 5 is what they're calling it. Why is this clock so far behind? Hurts, hands off to Saquon. And Saquon, they got Saquon back in the backfield. He's going nowhere. Gang tackled by the big blue wrecking crew there. So 3rd and 8 now coming up here for the Eagles. Giants showing pressure, and they get back there to Hurts, and they sack his ass. Too bad your ass got sacked. And the Giants defense stepping up big here on this particular drive in the first quarter. It's going to be 4th and long, and the Eagles are going to have to punt the ball away. Interesting. 4th and 16, Eagles punt the ball away. Olszewski gets it all the way back at the 19. He's going to return it up to the 30, out of the 34-yard line. And that's where they will be. There's Eli Manning. Lloyd. Stop. Hand off to Scatterbo. And Scatterbo's going to get 3-4 yards basically on that one. Yeah, I was going to try to keep the time, but I think I'm going to kill the time. Second and 6 coming up here for the Giants. Jackson Dart steps back. He's looking to throw. He throws over the middle. Open, caught by Wan'Dale Robinson, and he was not touched. He gets up and runs to the 36-yard line. The Eagles surrounded him. He caught it, landed on the ground, but none of them touched him. Jimbo in the chat says, "I just got a call from Philly. They want me to play cornerback. It might not be bad. It may not be bad." Jackson Dart is going to be a handoff here to Singletary, and Singletary is going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. Might have lost a yard. Hamster says, "Get in there, Jimbo." Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Play 8. 6 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Jackson Dart in shotgun. Start, steps up in the pocket, avoids pressure, avoids more pressure, throws, caught by Wandale, and he breaks it free! And he's down to the 5, touchdown, Giants! Holy shit, what? What's going on? What is going on? What is going on? What is this? I don't know what's happening. What's going on? What? What is going on? Snap, hold, no good on the extra point. It was going left on the last one, happened to stay in. This one does not stay in. So, of course, nothing can go 1,000% right for the Giants. But the Giants currently have a 10-point lead. 13-3 over the Philadelphia Eagles. Lloyd says, I may need to sleep and apologize to Kay. Hamster says, Giants to the Super Bowl. ELS is Giants touchdown. Hamster, what the fuck? ELS, James, are the Eagles? The Eagles? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Jimbo does bring up a very good point, though. He says the Eagles only play one half of football game, so the second half might be a much different story. Might be a much different story. And that's clearly understandable. I am flabbergasted. I am flibberty-gibbeted. Maybe I have to drink more. Maybe the drinking out of the glass is the good thing. We're getting blitzed tonight, ladies and gentlemen. All for the luck. Woo! Hey, we had another body boy. Hey, body boy. Bye, body boy. I just hit the microphone. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my sweet Ohio. I can't believe this. I'm going to enjoy this while this lasts. I don't know how long this is going to last during the game. I'm going to enjoy this as much as I can. Whoo! ELS in the chat giving us another question here. Question number 3. Earning him $15 million. Gary Dahl came up with which unlikely fad that took the U.S. by storm in 1975? That would be the pet rock. ELS, that was the pet rock. And the Preds are winning. The last time I looked, the Devils were losing, unfortunately. Kickoff is received by the Eagles. They get it to the 20 and down at about the 24-yard line by the Giants. And so that's where the Eagles will start on their drive. Of course it was the pet rock. What a great idea. It's good to know that, stupidity still is alive and well. It's just moved to TikTok now. Thanks for the update, ELS. Hurts throws over the middle towards A.J. Brown. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Why are the Eagles not handing the ball off to Saquon Barkley? Just because he had a one run with a loss. Hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley. Hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley. Like, am I dumb? Like, am I just not seeing it? Like, hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley. Until his legs fall off, hand the fucking ball off to the guy. King, that's too much of a simplistic view. I don't give a shit. Simple works sometimes. Hurts throws down the field. And A.J. Brown actually pulls that down from a contested catch. First down for the Eagles. Oh, Debo got burned. There's a shocker. Saquon, he gets himself a run there. Good for about 6 yards. Again, good yardage. Jalen Hurts back here on second and fourth. Throws deep over the middle. Caught wide open was Goddard. And the Eagles now moving the ball against this New York Giants defense. Again, the Giants' pass defense is not fantastic. Jimbo in the chat says, bell bottoms. Hurts, quick little dump over to Goddard again. That's only going to be good for about 3 yards. 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6 coming up here. 3:50 remaining here in the first quarter. Second and 6. Hurts back. Looking to throw. Throws over the middle. He does get it to, is that Dotson? Or is that Devontae Smith? Devontae Smith with the grab there. And it's going to be first and goal here for the Eagles. Lloyd says Eagles are responding. Unfortunately, the Giants secondary is ass. So you knew the Eagles weren't going to go away. Like, we knew the Eagles weren't going to go away. Six plays, 71 yards on this 3-minute drive here for the Eagles. Set up from the 4. Handoff to Saquon, and he's going to get down to the 4.5. Or, sorry, 3.5. So about a half a yard gain. Maybe they'll give him a full yard. Second and goal coming up. Eagles setting up here with second and goal from the 3. Now, they gave a good spot to Barkley on that one. Hurts runs underneath the center. It's going to be a toss play. And how do you let that fucking happen? Goddard gets in. Touchdown, Eagles. Damn it. And now the Eagles are an extra point away from only being down 3 points against the New York Football Giants. Instead of 4 points, because the Giants missed the goddamn extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, and that one is good. And we've got ourselves a field goal game here. Jimbo says, don't worry, Giants still by 30. Shut the fuck up, Jimbo. I'm using reverse psychology. I'm using reverse psychology. I don't know about that. La-da-dee, la-da-dee, la-da-doo. Question 4 in the chat now from ELS. What reason did former Eagles head coach Buddy Ryan give for cutting future Hall of Fame wide receiver Chris Carter? Was it because he was a fucking crackhead? I remember him being a fucking crackhead. Makes me wonder if it has something to do with that. Just guessing. Just wondering. Bears and Eagles on Black Friday. God, that's going to be boring. But I'll be doing nothing else but eating turkey leftovers and probably still being drunk. So I mean, it'll work. So here comes the kickoff. Well, not going anywhere for Oshevsky on that one, and that's going to get down to the 21, and that's where the Giants will start. The answer from ELS, the reason Buddy Ryan cut Chris Carter was all he can do is score touchdowns. Apparently, according to Buddy Ryan, scoring touchdowns was a bad thing, and Buddy cut Carter after the 1989 season. That and the drugs, I think, had a little something to do with it. Oh, a little toss here to Wandale on an end around, and that's going to go nowhere. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Giants. Of course, Brian Dable thinks that the Giants are fucking the Detroit Lions here, and we could do these cute little wrinkles. We could do these fun little plays. You don't have the personnel to do that. Maybe that's also something you have to discuss with Joe Shane there. But you don't have the people to do that. Great to see Tyrone Tracy back in the backfield as well here for the Giants. Dart steps away from pressure. Doesn't get away this time, though. He was down before the ball came out, but it's still going to be a loss. It's going to be 3rd and 11 coming up here. Lloyd, you know what? Today he would be a Twitch streamer. Baby, everybody's. I mean, look at me. I'm a fucking. I can't say, oh my God, he'd just be another stream. He'd just be another podcaster. Like this guy. I just never smoked crack. They gave him third down and 10? That was a loss. I don't know how that worked. Goes over the middle. Not anywhere close to the first down. It's only going to be about a 5-6 yard gain. So the Giants are going to have to punt. And this is where the end of the game happens. This is where the Giants game is over. But that's going to end the first quarter of play. Look at that. Look at that. First quarter already done. In and out, ready to go. I get the joke, Lord. I get it. It's just I'm maybe sometimes it just doesn't make me laugh. Sometimes I'm just not. My funny bone is less ticklish some days than others. It could just be. Question 5 from ELS. What Giant rookie had a great season but could not finish it due to injury? Was it Phil Simms, Rodney Hampton, Dave Meggett, or Lewis? All of the above? I mean, was it all of them? It might have been all of them. I'll say Hampton. I'll say Rodney Hampton, I guess. I don't know. That's the only one I can really remember. Simms was back in, I think, 79. I know he came in for relief for a couple games, but I don't know if he had a spectacular season. I'd have to look up the stats. I don't know. That was Rodney Hampton. Look at that. Look at that. Never doubt me. To be fair, I doubted myself on that one. All right, let me go quick. I'm going to make another quick drink here in between the quarters, and I will be right back. And we're back. Just in time to see the punt. Eagles get it at the 20, return it up to about the 26, and that is where they will take over. For their first drive of the anybody's first drive of the second quarter. I realize why nobody watches this now. It's just me getting fucking drunk watching yelling at the Giants. I mean, you can go to any bar in the New York, New Jersey area and fucking watch that. I mean, you could watch it. And if you were 15 years ago up in Pennsylvania, you could have watched me do it up there. That's how me and Jimbo became friends. Extra innings there in the Dodgers-Phillies game. Hurts is going to keep the ball there, and he's going to go down for a 1-yard sack. I don't know what that was supposed to be. Is that the play that Jimbo hates? That might have been a play that Jimbo was like, that never works. Stop doing it. It never works. They did it again, and it didn't work. So maybe Jimbo's got a point. I'm thinking Jimbo's got a point here. Hand off to Saquon again, which is what they should have been doing in the first place. He's got about 3 or 4 yards on that particular carry. Again, Saquon fucking doing work out there. If the Eagles would just let him. So here we go, 3rd and 7. After that 3-yard gain, Hurts throws to a wide open Devontae fucking Smith this is what's going to murder the Giants. This is what's going to murder the Giants is they can't get off the field on 3rd down. Same thing happened in New Orleans. Same thing happens been happening for 15 fucking years. They can't get off the field on 3rd downs, no matter what. No matter what, they just can't do it. So fresh set of downs. Hurts rolls out of the pocket, throws. That's going to be caught by A.J. Brown. That's going to be another 1st down as they are now in Giants territory, about the Giants' 44-yard line. Unfucking believable. Actually, I thought it was that. It's from the Giants' 39-yard line. So the Eagles really in good position here now. Hurts all day to fucking throw. The Giants' defensive line could not get to anybody, and there's wide open. And that's Dotson there. Dotson. We got Dotson here. And now the Eagles are deep in Giants territory. We got Dotson here. See? Nobody cares. So now from the Giants' 22. Hurts in shotgun. Hand off to Saquon. He's going to bounce it outside and go nowhere. He's going to lose a yard. 2nd and 11 coming up here. So Giants defensive front doing okay now after that first 2 plays. In the first 2 plays, Saquon had 31 yards rushing. Since then, he's gotten 7 yards rushing. So Giants defense doing well as far as that goes. As far as actually defending pass defended, not as much. Not doing so well. We had a little bro moment there, Lloyd. Thrown over the middle, caught, and falling forward probably for the 1st down is Goddard. They're going to mark him just about 6 inches short. So 3rd and inches, this is tush-push territory right here, so let's just get ready for the 1st down. They didn't even have to do the tush push. The replay just gave it to him. Replay said, we know what this coming here. We're not even going to fuck with it. Just give him 1st down. Way to go, Lloyd. You just jinxed it. So now 1st and 10 from the Giants' 12. We all know where this is going, folks. We all know where this is going. Empty backfield here. Just gets the ball off. Thrown to Brown. Brown's going to get knocked out about a yard short of the first down, about the 3-yard line. 2nd and 1 from the 3. Would love to get a turnover here for the Giants defense. That's not going to happen, though. Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket, runs to his right, looking, throws back in the end zone, knocked away. Incomplete, 3rd and 1 coming up for the Giants. I mean, for the Eagles, after the Giants did that. You did say, stop saying it. Stop saying it. Stop jinxing it. All right, here we go. 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Eagles. They're going to go tush push here. And I don't think he got there. Did the Giants stop the tush push? Look at that. They're not going to stop it twice in a row. They're not stopping it twice in a row. I hope so. I hope everybody's watching is doing having a great time here, watching a Giants fan lose his goddamn mind watching this game. And if you are, thank you so much. If you like what you've watched, please hit that like button, hit that share button, and if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Helps us out tremendously. Eagles lining up for the tush push again. Giants are going to take a timeout here before they go ahead and do that. So the Giants take their first timeout of the half. Is Pecan in? Oh, there's Pecan. There we go. Pecan says we need a picture of Dart's mom on the screen. That's actually not a bad idea. Maybe for next game. Maybe for next Giants game, I'll get the Dart mom counter up there like the Taylor counter. Maybe I'll get a picture of Dart's mom hanging out with Taylor Swift. AI can do a lot of things these days. So obviously the Eagles are going to go for it here on 4th and inches. Obviously with the tush push. They're going to get it. Giants line up. Eagles line up. They do the 4th and inches again. And, I mean, at that point, it's academic. So now it's 1st and goal. Offsides. That's way offsides. Again, the Eagles fucking cheat and nobody calls it. And now they're going for it again on 1st and goal. Why? You're fucking... You're just going to keep on doing this, huh? They're just going to keep... Yeah, here comes the King rant because it's fucking right. And it's... I mean, I've been saying this since the start of the season. This ain't just the fucking Giants. It's not because it's just the Giants, Jimbo. Throw the flag. That's bullshit. They're just never going to throw the flag. They have to get rid of the play. You have to get rid of the play at this point. It's an unofficiable play. The play can't be officiated. On those plays, like on the tush push, if you're they got to make that to a point where, like, if you see that happen, like the tush on those tush push plays, and like you have the replay assist, and you see they go early, you have to retroactively throw a flag on that. Like, you have to be able to do that because that's fucking bullshit. DJ Davidson is the downed New York Giant on the field after the tush push. Jimbo, guys don't go off sides on a QB sneak, so shut the fuck up. I've told you that too. Question number 6. What beverage first marketed itself as the Uncola in 1973? And I still use it, but that's 7-Up. 7-Up's the Uncola. They kind of had, they did like the upside down logo too. Remember Spot? I missed the Spot from 7-Up. The little Spot mascot they had with the sunglasses and everything. He was a cool motherfucker. Him, the Noid, all them motherfuckers were cool. I think Chester Cheetah's the only one that survived to this day. You know what? I miss the Bud Bowl. If there's anybody from a certain age, like my old ass age, the fucking Bud Bowl was the shit, man. Jimbo, then if it's a different formation, then it's not the same exact play. That's the thing. It's the same exact play. It's just a completely different play. Oh, Jimbo. Oh, Jimby. So wait a minute. There's an injured Giant on the ground after the touchdown. So they're doing all these commercials. They're going to come back for the extra point and go right back to fucking commercials? What are we doing? Oh, all these fucking commercials. Jesus Christ. ELS in the chat says, let's go, Brewers. ELS out there in Wisconsin, big Brewers fan, big Packers fan. Go, Bro Crow. Cubs looking to get it to a game 5. Davidson's having to get walked off the field. Don't like that. Don't like that. Extra point coming up here now. Snap. Wonky snap, but perfect kick up and through. And now the Eagles have a 4-point lead instead of a 3-point lead because the Giants can't hit a fucking extra point. So just like that, the Giants had a 10-point lead and immediately blew it. Kind of like, remember when we had a 14-point lead against the Saints and then that evaporated and that was gone? Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Giants football. The first 15 plays are scripted. Oh, very nice. Very good. Now Kafka and Dable have to kind of call the game off on the fly. Ha ha! Good luck. Those fat fucks can't do shit. What I find hilarious is that if you try to look through anything like NFL history related, they all call them the Acme Packers. The Acme Packers. It was the Indian Packing Company. They weren't the Acme Packers. They were the Indian Packers. But you can't say Indian now. Giants get it up to the 30, down to the 33, 34-yard line, and that's where we'll start again to see if the Giants can get something going on offense. There's 6:49 remaining here in the first half. Jackson Dart, 5 of 7, 101 yards and a touchdown. Not terrible. Scatterbo, 3 rushes for 9 yards. Not great. Got to see if they can get him going a little bit. Dart hands off to Scatabo, and Scatabo's only going to get about 3 yards with the extra effort. Hand off here. That's going to be to, is that Tracy? It was. Tracy got the ball there, and that was only a gain of about a yard or two. So about 3rd and 5 coming up here for the Giants. Jimbo, the Browns are 1-4 too, so who gives a shit? We are the same as the Browns. Lloyd saying he senses a turnover. Shut the fuck up, Lloyd. Shut your dirty whore mouth. Dart steps back, looks, throws over the middle. That's going to be caught for a first down. Lil Jordan Humphreys. Dart's going to run it, and he's going to get very close to a first down. ELS says, I sense a touchdown for the Giants. So we got Lloyd saying a turnover. We got ELS saying a touchdown. Nobody's saying a punt? Nobody's just saying a regular old punt. It's either all or it's either the worst or the best. It's nowhere in between, huh? Hand off to Scatabo. He's going to get the first down after they didn't give it to Dart on that particular run. And the Giants are in Eagles territory. .416, .415 and running here in the second quarter. 1st and 10 from the Philadelphia 39. Dart throws it to Wandale out of the backfield, and Wandale's only good for a yard. 2nd and 9. Again, what is this fucking play calling? I don't understand what we're doing here, Dable. Why are we doing this, Dable and Kafka? He's a scat man. I love that shit. I remember when that shit came out. Yo, motherfuckers were never born. You guys weren't even born. You weren't even thoughts. You weren't even a sparkle in your dad's sack. Hamster says, dude, you can say that about any 10-minute period that I'm on a live stream. I'm going to melt down. That's going to be caught by Johnson, the tight end. It's going to be about 4 yards short, so it's going to be 3rd and 4, because he's 4 yards short of the first down. That makes sense. As we see somebody on the Giants sideline with a disgusting fucking spit cup. Didn't expect... Dude, I remember when the song came out. What do you mean you didn't expect me to get the reference? Fuck off. Crafty, great to see you in the chat there. That's going to be caught. Where did he catch it? They're going to call him short. Where are they going to say he caught it? They're going to say they spot it and give him a first down for the Giants. There we go. They're saying he caught it in front of the sticks. I say, was that Hyatt? Hyatt actually got a big grab? Holy shit. Dart throws again to Hyatt, and Hyatt gets a gain of about 5 or 6. So that's going to be about 2nd and 4 now coming up for the Giants. Dude, chewing tobacco is like listen, I'm not one of those people. I mean, I smoked for however long I smoked for a while, very long time. I haven't smoked in fucking 8 years now. But I used to smoke a bunch, but like fucking chewing tobacco, that whole shit, like that shit's fucking gross. Like I'd rather deal with fuckers smoking and do anything else than fucking motherfuckers that do the spit cup shit. Fuck out of here, man. Uh, uh, Crafty in the chat, by the way, says, yeah, the offense started off darting, but then the defense started Dabling. But Dable's not a defensive guy. It's just Dable's also the offense. Shane Bowen has the defense, and boy, that defense certainly does Bowen. They bow a lot. They break, too. Hamster in the chat says, chewing tobacco tastes pretty good. You missing out. To which Lloyd then responds, Hamster, let me find out you eat it, you fucking motherfucker. By the way, we're in a 2-minute warning, just to let everybody know. That's why we kind of have a little break here. Having a little drinky drink, having a little watchy watch here. Seeing what the Giants can do here. 2nd and 4 from the Philadelphia 22 when they come back from the 2-minute warning. You see, the NFL said they're going to start a professional flag football league, like in the next year or two or something like that. Is that something you guys would watch? Is that something? Would you watch that? Would you watch that? I mean, is that Red Man was cool. I like Method Man better. You know, Red Man and Method Man together were pretty good though. ELS, by the way, with his 7th question, what year did the Eagles franchise have their first winning season? Was it 1930? They didn't exist yet. 1918, they didn't exist. 1951 or 1944? I'll say 44. Because they came into existence in 33, so I think that's... Dart and shotgun on 2nd and 4. Steps back. He's got good protection, and he escapes the pressure. Gets it to the 20, down at the 15, and then hit out of bounds. Where's the flag? They're not going to protect the kid yet. They're not going to protect the kid. But it's a first down for the Giants. And the answer was 1944. Don't doubt me. Don't ever doubt me, especially if I'm drunk. For some reason, I get that, drunk savant shit going on. I know Red Man Chew. I know. I was making a joke because I'm a Southern boy, I like chewing tobacco. I'm a Northern boy who grew up right next to Staten Island and know, the Wu-Tang, so. Nice little spin around. Scatterbo with a first real good run, gets 6 yards, and they're pushing him even further, and that's where he's going to go. Eagles call timeout there? No, I smoke. I used to smoke. I smoked for a while. And yes, being a northern boy from the city, I smoked menthols, baby, Cools. Then I switched over to Marlboro Reds. Then when I moved to Pennsylvania, I ended up going Marlboro Reds. But I used to smoke Cools a lot. 2nd and 4, $1:40 remaining after the Eagles take their first time out. It's from the 9-yard line. Hand off to Scatabo, and he's going to get a gain of about 3. It's going to be 3rd and 1 coming up here. Hampster, I'll tell you what, you should find that Chattanooga Chew. He said, by the way, Hamster in the chat saying they have a brand of chewing tobacco down by him called Chattanooga Chew with a train on it. Yeah, give it to ELS. Find a pack and mail it to ELS so he can add it to his collection. I'm sure he's not going to chew it, but if it's got trains on it, that's it's a nice little, it's a cool little thing. It's a cool little piece of history. Let's see what happens. Have a little community supporting each other. 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Giants, 1:32 remaining after the Eagles took their second timeout. A lot of Steelers. Northeast Pennsylvania, you think might be Eagles fans? Northeast PA, like Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, that's all Steelers territory up there. That's going to be a quarterback sneak. That's a proper quarterback sneak, Jimbo. And it's a first down for the Giants and Dart. And they have 1st and goal. And Philadelphia uses their final timeout. Oh, yeah, you're watching the Brewers there. But, yeah, no, Hamster says that he's got a brand of chewing tobacco down by him. And it's got cool historical train logos and shit like that. I said, give it a ELS. You should mail that to you so you can add it to like a display. I know you're not going to chew it, but you could show it as a display. Although, I don't know, do you chew ELS? I have no idea. I don't know what you guys do in Wisconsin. Do you chew tobacco or do you just chew cheese up there? I don't know what that does. And Jimbo says, show me the evidence, Jimbo. Show me the evidence of the Giants going off sides, and I will gladly be like, hey, why did they throw a flag? That's clearly a flag. I would say that. I didn't see any clear evidence of that. They haven't shown a replay of it saying whoa, look at what the Giants did. So until I see the evidence, you got to show me the evidence. Everything's the evidence, Jimbo. It's all about the evidence. So here we go. 1st and goal from the 4.5-yard line. Play action to Scatabo. Dart's got time. Throws. And dropped by little Jordan Humphrey. He had it and dropped it. 2nd and goal. 1:22 remaining for the Giants. God, got to get that. So here we go. 2nd and goal now from the same 4.5-yard line. Hand off to Scatterbo. Touchdown, Giants! Do it. Do the backflip. Do the backflip, boy. Woo! I want to see you do the backflip and do the... Here we go. We've had some adventures here. Snap. Hold. Kick is up, and that one is good. So the Giants are going to go ahead and have a 3-point lead again, 20-17. 20 points in the first half. 20 points in a half? What is going on? What is going on? Hey, Carissa Thompson. Hey, I've seen your video. How you doing? That's rude. That's very mean. That's very mean. I'd rather see Colleen Wolf's video, to be honest. But that's just a dirty old man speaking. Question 9. Which coach led the New York Giants to the most victories during the 20th century? Multiple choice yet again. It'd be either Bill Parcells, Steve Owen, Ray Perkins, or Allie Sherman. Now, here's the thing. Allie Sherman coached for a very long time. Cubs started off the game with another 3-run home run. Look at that ELS. But remember what happened the last time the Cubs hit a 3-run home run? Brewers came right back and they won the game. So, it's okay. Ray Perkins, I don't believe it was Ray Perkins. It was either Steve Owen, Allie Sherman, or Parcells. I'm going to say Parcells simply because of the sustained success the Giants have. And plus, they played 2 more games. They were playing 16-game schedules with Parcells, where with Allie and Owen, they were playing, somewhere between like 12 and 14-game schedules. So I'll say Parcells. Parcells seems to be the easy one, but if it's not Parcells, then it's probably Allie Sherman, but I'll go Parcells. Oh, that ball bounces. That's a live ball. That's a live ball. And the Eagles get smothered back at like the 5-yard line. That's what I like to see. They're going to call from the 7. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, look at Sirianni. He's cursing. He's saying fucking flacking flirking. Flicking flocking florking flirking. Eagles don't have any timeouts, by the way. So they've got 1:12 from their own 7. Hand off to Saquon, and he's going to get through the hole, and he breaks it loose up to the 25. Jesus Christ. You have him back at the fucking 7, and you let Saquon just run all over you. By the way, Eagles, why aren't you running Saquon more? Why aren't you handing him the ball more? What the fuck is your goddamn problem? 51 and 50 seconds remaining now. Hurts takes the snap back. He's looking. Throws. That's going to be thrown. Caught. A.J. Brown is about a yard short of the first down. Clock is ticking as he was tackled inbounds. Eagles trying to get in field goal range here. Hurts. Steps back. Looks. Throws. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds goes A.J. Brown. Stops the clock with 25 seconds left. And a fresh set of downs. Still on their side of the field, though. Lloyd says, take a drink every time King almost sleeps on us. What do you mean sleep? Oh, when I was looking at my phone. I can look at my phone. I'm not sleeping. That's not sleeping. That's looking at a phone. You think I'm going to sleep for this game? You're out of your fucking mind. So 25 seconds left from their own 43. Hurts steps back, looks, throws, incomplete. Goddard was the intended receiver. that a white cornerback? We have a white. When did the Giants get a white cornerback again? The spirit of Jason Sehorn lives. It was Owen, was it? The first one of the Giants' first coaches. That's it. Owen was coach for so fucking long. 22 seasons? Jesus. I knew he was coach for a while. I just wasn't sure what I didn't think. I didn't think. There's holding. There's some holding on fucking Saquon, huh? No flag? We're just not throwing flags on the Eagles today, huh? Just an Eagles flag-free day. 3rd and 10, 15 seconds remaining. Third down. Giants suck on 3rd down, but it is 3rd and 10. Let's see if they can fucking get off the field or if the Eagles will get a massive gain, maybe even a touchdown. That's possible. It's a possibility. Possible. As I lose my goddamn mind, as you see here. 3rd and 10, 15 seconds left. Play clock all the way down to 0, and they don't have timeout. Why did the Giants? Why did Brian Daboll call a timeout for the Eagles? What the fuck was that? Hurts takes the snap here on 3rd and 10. Thibodeau's giving pressure. Hurts is going to pull up himself, slides down 2 yards short of the first down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is going to end the first half. Daboll is bailed out by the Eagles' own fucking incompetence, but fuck Eagles incompetence and Giants incompetence. They were both trying to out incompetence in fucking each other. Like what the I'm spittling with how pissed off I am. Why would you call a timeout that only benefits the Eagles? I don't get it. I just keep on saying fire Daboll, and everybody's like, why? Yet another exhibit. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And, hey, listen, Giants get the ball first in the second half, too, so we got something. We got something going on. Here. Oh, there's Big Tom. Hey, look at me. Oh, Big Tom. I'm one big fat fella. Look at me. I eat a lot of cheesesteaks. Gabagool. I told, look at me in my glass. I'm so cool. I'm a cool guy. I like to hit players on the sidelines. Fucking fat ass scumbag. I'm Irish and German, so I don't give a shit about the fucking Italians. Question 10, by the way, as we hit halftime here, and ELS likes to keep the trivia going. Keeps his mind occupied, especially with his Brewers. Right now, trailing the Cubs. Not doing well. Hopefully they do a little bit better here for you ELS. We're pulling for you here. We're pulling for you. Question 10, what sport was the subject of the 1973 classic Bang the Drum Slowly? I don't know. If the drum is Sidney Sweeney, it's not going to go slow. But in 1973, it would have been who would have Anne Margaret. Anne Margaret would have been Sophia Loren. Some of the old school girls back in the day. Yeah. Caroline Monroe. All my B-movie specialists out there. Eddie Hammer films. Caroline Monroe, baby. That was the way to go. What sport was the? I actually have no idea. I have no idea. Bang the drum slowly. Fucking rowing, rowing or something. I don't know. It has something to do with rowing, or is it something to like? I don't. I have no idea. I'm gonna be honest. Completely and utterly lost on that one. Completely and utterly lost on that one. Sorry about that. Let's see. Let's see what Twitter's saying about this particular game at halftime. By the way, taking a look at some of the stats that you can see on your screen right there, by the way. Jackson Dart, 10 of 13. He has 165 total yards. That includes 127 passing yards. 2 total touchdowns, and he's got a 132.5 passer rating in the first half. Not bad. Not bad. You got to put together a whole game here, Jackson, but that's not bad. It's a lot better than what we've seen maybe the last couple games, even the first start against the Chargers. What else we got here? Pepper Jack talking about her different songs now climbing to the top of her chart with the new Taylor Swift album out there. Enjoyed that one. There's a lot of good ones on there. I really do. It's a pretty decent album. It's a pretty decent album. I'll give her credit for that. And boy, there's a good portion of the Swiftie audience that doesn't like it because she's happy and getting laid and she's sexually satisfied. And boy, they don't know what that's like. They can't identify, so they really don't like the album. It's kind of funny. And it was baseball. I was gonna say baseball, and then I was like, I don't know. There are drums in baseball, so I thought maybe rowing because you keep with the time of the row or something. But I don't know. I've never watched the movie. I think I watched a porn named something like that though. It was like Bang the Co-Ed Slowly or something. Something like that. I don't know. It was a long time ago. Just checking Twitter here, folks. Sorry about the quietness. I did say something in the chat, so we got that still going on there. Oh, we got another question here from ELS, by the way. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us here. We are at halftime of Thursday Night Football. The Giants currently lead the Eagles 20-17. And we're doing some just Thursday night trivia here. ELS, one of our main guys here in the chat, helping us here with some trivia here. And he's got the 11th question is up. If you want to play along, come join the chat. Give your answer and see what see how good you are. See how smart. Come and see how smart you are at either sports or just regular trivia. And watch along with the game. That's why we're a hangout. That's what I mean. This is why we call it a hangout. Some people put like the watch along and a play by play. We're watching along and we're just hanging out. Well, I'll watch the plays and I'll do the commentary when it's there and all that kind of stuff. But we're just hanging out. Just a couple of guys or girls. If you want to come in and join us, ladies, that is fine as well. We're just hanging out. Due to the various trades for Bill Bergey and Roman Gabriel, the Eagles went from 1974 to 1978 with no first-round draft picks. Who was their first-round selection in 1979? Jaworski? Oh. I thought he was more in the. He played more in the 70s, didn't he? And it's not Howard Carmichael. Carmichael was there earlier too. I'll say Jaworski. Why the fuck not? Dodgers have defeated the Philadelphia Phillies. That's fantastic. Now time for the Dodgers to lose to whoever they play, hopefully the Brewers. Jerry Robinson. There's a name I have never heard of, ELS. Let's see what my boys are doing. Devils and Carolina currently tied at 2. I like that. I like what I see from that. Just started the third period. There we go. There we go. Let's go Devils. Let's go Devils. Got to get those shot numbers up. 18 shots for the Devils, 27 for the Hurricanes. Doing good on hits. Got a couple more penalty minutes. That's going to happen. Perfectly split on faceoffs. All right, let's go, Devils. Let's go, Devils. Let's go, Devils. Hampshire says, I was going to go make fun of Philly fans, but I couldn't find any live stream. Barstool had a couple of them streaming. You could have went to the Barstool stream and just started giving them some shit. That's fine. That'd be I would love that. That would be one that, again, I have a buddy of mine there, Frank. Everybody knows Frank the Tank. He works there now. That'd be great. I'd love to. I need a job. That'd be great. Give me a job, Barstool. That's what you need. You just need another angry, fat, fucking balding white guy to yell into a microphone. You don't have enough of those. Barstool, you don't just have enough of those kinds of people. You just need one more. You just need one more. That's one more guy, Question 12, what veteran safety led the Giants in tackles in 2011? Fuck. That was our Super Bowl year. Who the fuck did we even have at safety then? I don't even know. Let me check on this double score here. I don't even know. I wouldn't, jeez. I should always pay attention to more roster moves. I have no idea. I don't remember. Again, because sometimes the years fucking fade. A lot of it has to probably do too much drinking in that time period of my life. But, it was a weird time. I was still married then. That's the crazy thing to think about. Holy shit. The last time the Giants were any good, I was married. Oh, God. Life sucks. So what veteran safety led the Giants in tackles in 2011? I don't know. I'm going to put that out there. No, it wouldn't have been. No. I don't know. All I do know is that before this comes back, I need to take another drink break because we got to make one for the third quarter. It's a drink a quarter. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back as we get ready for the third quarter to begin with Giants leading the Eagles 2017 here on Thursday Night Football, live on Station Sports. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Yes, I do remember Victor Cruz. I loved Victor Cruz. He had the little dance. I remember his breakout game was the Jets preseason game, where he fucking just he ran all over them. That was good. That was the introduction there to old Victor Cruz. Montreal Roll. Fuck, I forgot he was with the Giants. I remember him mostly with the Cardinals. Oshevsky is going to get it up to about the 29-yard line. Oh, what are we going to hear from this fat Ozempic sucking fuck? God, I hate this fucking guy. Victor Cruz wasn't a defensive player. Yeah, Victor Cruz was a wide receiver. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 29 for the New York Giants. Empty backfield. Dart is in shotgun. Gadabo runs into the backfield. Now he goes over to the left. It's going to be thrown to him out of the backfield. He gets a little head of steam, but he's only going to get about 3 yards before he's pushed out of bounds. 2nd and 7 upcoming for the Giants. From the 32. Yeah, Victor Cruz was a wide receiver. Hand off to Scatabo, who gets a full head of steam, and he's going to get about 2 yards short of the first down. 3rd and 2 upcoming. About the 37-yard line. Me too, man. I agree. Lloyd, me and you together, man. I swear I've got early onset Alzheimer's. I really, really do feel like that. 3rd and 2. Eagles showing pressure. Dart steps back, gets pressure, throws over the middle. Caught! Or they're going to say no catch because he dropped it. He had it and dropped it. Son of a bitch. He had that! Son of a fuck. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Should have just fucking run Scatabo again. So 3 and out for the Giants. Fair caught at the 13-yard line. That's where the Eagles will start. Giants had a chance to really build up another lead here again. Oh, what's that? We got a flag. We got a flag down. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness on Philadelphia. There's a shocker. And that's the 3rd flag of the game. Philadelphia getting a little chippy out there. They're getting a little angry. Yeah, of course I got something on my mustache. It's called the delicious bright green neon foam of Mountain Dew, 0 sugar Mountain Dew, by the way. I am a diabetic, and Jägermeister, which is again the world's most delicious drink. And finally, we have cold weather here in the Northeast. Thank God. So it feels a little more like the holidays. Feels a little bit more like fall. And this drink now just hits a little better. It just hits a little more. So delicious. So delicious. No, I'm sure I have cribs on my mustache, but that's from eating your mom's nasty bush. ELS in the chat with question 13. Taylor Swift would love that question. What product was sold with a commercial featuring the phrase, "I can't believe I ate the whole thing"? That was Alka-Seltzer, wasn't it? Yeah. They also did the, spicy meatball, but I can't believe I ate the whole thing. I'm going to go Alka-Seltzer. That sounds like a good plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. I can't believe I ate the whole thing. The Dennis Hoff Bunny Ranch out in Nevada. No, I'll say Alka-Seltzer. That seems to be an Alka-Seltzer kind of thing. Something to do with the gastrointestinal shit. I love you. Listen, Lloyd, everything is done in good spirits here. We're not, there's no animosity. Good back and forth is good back and forth. We love that. That's fine. There's no problem there. Answer is Alka-Seltzer. Look at that. Never doubt me. I'm super smart, except when I'm not, which is most of the time. Not really that smart. So here we go. The Eagles pushed way back because of the unnecessary roughness penalty back at their own 7-yard line. 1st and 10. Oh, by the way, I forgot to fix all the timeouts here. And Saquon, he's going to get a gain of about 5 on 1st down. 2nd and 5 upcoming. Just remember, when Hamster gets under her skin, he's adopted. I will remember that one. 6 yards, actually, for Saquon they gave him. 2nd and 4 upcoming. Eagles hand off to Saquon again, and he's going to lose yardage this time. He loses about 2 yards on that carry. So that's going to be 3rd and 6 upcoming here for the Eagles. Saquon comes out of the game. Can the Giants hold them? Can they get a 3 and out? That's always the Giants' 3rd down defense is the fucking worst. Hurts back to throw. He's got all time. Big ball wide open, and he misses. Devontae Smith had him wide open. If he catches that, it's a touchdown. Giants coverage fucking, I don't know what the fuck they're celebrating. I don't know why Brian Burns is like, yeah, dude, if that connects, it's gone. Like, what the fuck happened with the coverage? Just absolutely let him go with nobody behind him? What the fuck are you doing? Cordell Flott needs just don't fucking do that. Giants get lucky. And that punt's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be pretty good, decent field position here for the New York Football Giants. Wow. Eagles with a massive opportunity to take the lead back from the New York Giants and just slightly overthrows Devontae Smith. But I guess that's kind of what happens when you have to depend on Jalen Hurts. I'm done. Sorry, Jimbo. Sorry. Lloyd says, what was Russell Wilson celebrating for? Hey, he's on the team. He's supporting the team. Gotta support the boys. First down throw from Dart. That's going to be collected by little Jordan Humphries. Gets it up to the 49. So that's a gain of about 5. Kenwan Mitchell out for the game for the Eagles with a hamstring injury. Actually, they say 6 yards. 2nd and 4 they're giving the Giants. Hand off to Tracy, and Tracy's going to be about half a yard short. Old Quignon. Yeah, did you saw that Eagle guy? Like, kind of, he's like dry humping old Tyrone Tracy there. I don't know what the fuck was going at, but so here we go, 3rd and 1. Come on. You know what we want to see. Do it. Hand off to Scatterbo, and Scatterbo's good enough to get 3 yards with some extra pushing effort, as he does. But we have a flag down. What's this gonna be? Face mask on the Eagles. Add 15 yards to the end of the run. And that's a Giants first down. Yeah, you can't do that. That might be the way you want to try to tackle Scatterbo. That might be the only way he can tackle that fucking psychopath. But that is illegal. Yeah, can't do it. And Lloyd, I enjoy your Giants flag. I see what you're trying to do there. Knock it off, mister. So 1st and 10 now from the 29. Dart looks, throws, got a deep ball down the field. We got a flag down. This could be pass interference or holding at least. So we've got another flag. They're going to say illegal contact on the Eagles, 5 yards, but automatic first down. So this puts it at the 24 now. Lloyd says the Eagles are playing like ass. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're playing ass. I don't know if we're playing well. I don't know. I'm not sure. I know they have injuries. Obviously, Jalen Carter's not playing. Now they've got Quinyon Mitchell's out for the game. So now from the 24, 1st and 10. It's going to be a designed run for Dart. He kind of trips and stumbles there, but he's still going to be able to get 7 yards. 2nd and 3 upcoming here for the Giants. ELS says, King, I might be in another YouTube video when I was catching a train today. Oh, did you meet another YouTuber? You doing a train YouTube collab? Let's go, ELS. Hand off to Tracy. He's going to try to bounce it outside and cannot. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that is about it. 3rd and 3. Makuba Matata there. And on the stop. And we have an injured Giants offensive lineman, Schmitz. Not great. John Michael Jacob Heimerschmidt. I shouldn't be singing that while the guy's injured. He's on the ground. He's injured. Hopefully, he's able to get up because we can't. I mean, our offensive line is not great as it is. We need as healthy as it can get. Oh, not a collab. You just happen to be there. That's pretty cool. You just sneak your head in and be like, "Hey, how you doing? Go subscribe." ELS Train Tuber 501. That's all you do. That is pretty cool. I agree, Lloyd. That's pretty sharp. How many playoff games did the Eagles win during the 1980s? 3. I'm going to say 3. I don't know any better or worse. I'm just going to say 3. Oh boy, the Devils and Hurricanes now tied at 3-3. Now they're not. Nope. Now Carolina just scored and made it 4-3. Jesus Christ. Devils just can't get ahead on this game. And there's only 2:43 left, now down. I thought I guess, no, you know why? Because I thought they were a wild card that year, but they didn't. They hosted the NFC Championship game against the Cowboys, right? So they would have only played 2, not 3. Fuck. Yeah. So I had the right idea. I had the right season. I just forgot. Fuck. Oh, we got busted in the nose. Oh, just like Benson back in the 80s for the Giants. Oh, we got fucking karate chopped in the face. How are we letting the Eagles karate chop our players? This is fucking bullshit. 3rd and 3 coming up here for the Giants. Dart takes the snap. Rolls to his right. He's going to pull it down, and he's going to dive for the first down. I don't think he got there. They're going to say he got it. They're going to say he dove past. I'll take it. Stop fucking doing that, Jackson. But fade to the end zone. Oh, nobody there. He was looking for a little Jordan Humphries. I think there was a little miscommunication. He was thinking of going inside. It was outside. I have no idea. Am I missing a conversation here? All I see is Lloyd. Is there somebody in the chat you're talking to that I can't see? I see Lloyd saying, "Wow, I feel special." Not going to lie, I agree. That was intentional. Oh, the chop. Okay, I didn't know. I've had a few. Toss out to Skidaboo, and he's going to get it to the 10, down to the 5, and he's out close to a first down. Where are they going to mark him? They're going to mark him down at like the 2. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Giants. Woo! 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 I'm turning into a howler monkey. I'm turning into a beast. I'm losing my mind on this. If the Giants can complete this drive. First and goal from the 1.5-yard line. Dart hands off to Scatterboo, and he goes, and he's in! That's a touchdown, Giants! He's touchdown. He's in. And Dart smacks his hand. I love Dart. I fucking love that guy. That's bullshit. He reached out over the... Come on. Where is that? Where is his progress stopped? And what are we talking about? Yeah, they changed it. Thank fucking God. What were we talking about? What were we talking about? Like, what are we doing? At least they fixed it. At least they came to fix it. Because, like, you can't, like, what are we doing? Yeah, fucking Dable. Of course he's hugging Scatterboo. He's like, you and Jackson are saving my job. I'm an idiot without you guys. Extra point is up and it's good, and the Giants have a 10-point lead again. Lloyd says again that was almost the refs blue balling the team. You can't big blue ball, big blue, baby. Or big blue wrecking crew balls, big blue wrecking ball crew. Oh, that's easy. That was the San Francisco 49ers. Yeah, Tittle was a big player. That was a big trade for the Giants getting Tittle back in the day. I got my dad the Y.A. Tittle jersey for his birthday. Was it birthday or Father's Day? I think it might have been Father's Day, but it might have been for his birthday. Actually, no, I think it was for Christmas. I think I got it for him for Christmas. I want to say like almost 20, 25 years ago now. Jesus Christ, yeah, that's old. Yeah, Y.A. Tittle. I knew that. ELS, once I answer the question, you still have to give other people an opportunity to answer the question. Don't just immediately put the answer. I'm going to put like a question clock up here so that every time you ask a question, I'll start the clock, and then once the clock ends, you can go ahead and put the answer in. Because you can't, you got to give just because I answer it doesn't mean that I may not have the right answer all the time. I have it most of the time because I'm pretty fucking smart. I'm a pretty smart guy. I have a lot of useless knowledge in this fucking brain. Anything that could be possibly useful to help me make money or get a job or career, not a fucking lick. But you want me to bring up some useless stats or historical stats or battle dates or shit like that? I'm your man. You want an etymology of some words that started back in fucking ancient Egyptian times and why do we say certain phrases? I'm your man. You want advice on how to get a job or the proper ways to interview or how to be successful in business or in life? Not a lick of knowledge. No idea. Hamster said, I told you the Giants could do it. Did you? Were you one of the ones? I don't know. I know Lloyd said the Giants had no chance. I know I said they had no chance. Jimbo always thinks that the Eagles are going to lose because he's always like, reverse psychology. Divisional matchup next week with the Steelers and the Bengals. We'll see if Joe Flacco can make a difference. Thank you for saving my job. I swear to Christ, I will suck you off right here on the midfield. I will go to the 50-yard line and eat your ass on the Giants logo if you continue to save my job like this. Fucking Dable. Lloyd says, if the New Jersey Blue Balls win against the Philadelphia Frauds, I might cry myself to sleep while biting my pillow. Probably not the first time that's happened in your life. I don't know the whole uncle situation, or some people deal with trauma in their own special ways. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Eagles from their own 30. Now I'm paranoid about having my Mountain Dew mustache there. 7:52 remaining in the third quarter. Hurts in shotgun, takes the snap. He's got time. He's going to pull it up, throws. Caught, wide open is Goddard, and that's going to be a first down, gain of 15 yards. Flott gets absolutely fucking run over by Goddard. First and 10 from the 44-yard line. Giants cannot get any pressure in on Hurts. He's got all day to throw the fucking ball. Out of bounds. They're going to say it's a catch. That Giants fucking defensive line. Oh, the Giants defensive line is so good, so great. They couldn't get through that come on. First of all, his feet aren't down. The ball's out. There's so many things wrong there. And the Giants are challenging that should be overturned. Crafty in the chat says next week Rodgers versus Flacco in the Geriatric Bowl. Crafty, Dable's really going to have to dig in his bag of tricks to find a way to blow this game. And indeed, the call was overturned. Incomplete pass. Giants don't lose a timeout, and we retain our challenge. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, yeah, no. Because apparently it came out that because people were saying, oh, why didn't they ask for, like, Jameis Winston or Russell Wilson from the Giants? Turns out the Bengals never asked the Giants for Russell Wilson at all, ever. They didn't ask us for Jameis Winston either, but they were like, the Giants are like, hey, you want Russell Wilson? He's really cheap, and we know your Bengals are cheap, so you can have him. And the Bengals were like, you know what? We're going to try the guy who can't move and is I think he's like 2 years younger than Aaron Rodgers, but actually looks like 80 years older than Aaron Rodgers right now. So, second and 10 now after the incomplete pass. Hurts. Back, gets blitzed. He escapes the pressure. He's going to pull it down and run. Gains about 2 yards before sliding down. So it's going to be third and about 8 from the 46-yard line. Again, Giants defense on third down. Nervous time. Real nervous time. Giants show blitz. And they're going to they got him. Get him down. Yeah. Brian Burns, do your Spider-Man. Spider-Man, sacking bitches with his hands. He's so strong. He's so great. Brian Burns doesn't masturbate because he's got girls sucking off his spider dick. I don't think that's how the song goes, but that's fairly accurate, I think. Let's go! I just hit the microphone again. Sorry about that, everybody, but let's go! Let's go! Fourth and 16 after the sack, and the kick is away. The punt is going to be taken at the 10. Let's go. Let's go. Giants, first and 10 from their 10-yard line when they come back for more Amazon commercials here because, the Christmas season is upon us. It's not even Halloween yet, but you got to buy shit for your ungrateful kids and family that are really terrible that you don't even like hanging out with most of the time. There are some cool ones. You got a brother or sister that are really cool that you love, and then you got other brothers and sisters that, boy, you're really just, you'd rather eat hot coals than ever have to be in a room with them again. But, it's family. It's Christmas. So you got to show you care. You got to show, hey, it's family. You got to know you got to be well there. So you have to buy from Amazon Prime and Amazon, all the different things that they have there because it's a way that you can show that you care, but you can also spend a minimal time of dealing with the bullshit. That's how I would market Amazon. Look like you care when you could give less of a shit. Amazon. Speaking of brothers, my brother Russell, he sent me a message. He said, if you had told me a couple hours ago that the Giants would put up a 27-burger and have a 10-point lead halfway through the third quarter against the Eagles, I'd have called you a crack baby. Fair. That's a fair point. That is 1,000% a fair point from my brother Russell. Oh yeah. We had a commercial, so questions up there. Question 16: long associated with truckers, what device is associated with the phrase "That's a Big 10-4"? That would be the Citizens Band Radio, otherwise known as the CB. Baby, I used to have a CB name back in the 90s, 80s, and 90s. There, when I was a kid, because my father's a truck driver, so that's an easy one for me. My father's a truck driver. My brother's a truck driver, so I'm well versed with the old CB radio. So here we go. 1st and 10, 5:25 remaining in the third quarter. Jackson Dart throws. That's going to be caught by Hyatt. Good for about 6 yards. And it's going to be 2nd and 4 coming up. He said, my Willie. No. That's a Big 10-4. 10 inches long, 4 inches around. Apparently that's Travis Kelce, according to Taylor Swift. Who knew? 2nd and 4 coming up. Dart. He's going to pull that down. Escapes the pressure. Pulls it down. He's going to run it himself. Gains about 2 yards. Going to be 3rd and 2. Here's Pepper Jack. And some milk. Milk and cookies. Gonna have some cookies. Oh, Blankenship down for the Eagles. Oh, no. Yes, Lord, we saved. That's not just any Eagle. That is Blankenship, one of their best defensive players. And we see Cooper DeJean out there, too. The exciting whites. Both of the exciting whites not looking good right now. Blankenship down. DeJean limping. Looking like it's a white out there right now in the defensive backfield for the Eagles. Jackson Dart looks, throws, caught! Oh, Wan'Dale Robinson gets topsy-turvied, but he catches the ball, holds on to the ball, and that's going to be a first down for the Giants. Wow. I don't know how you're that far ahead of me there, Lloyd. I mean, we're all on Prime. Like, this isn't a case where it's broadcasting one place and streaming another like I usually do. This is streaming for us all, so I don't know how it's that far ahead. But, yeah. Dart back, looks, throws. That's going to be caught by Wan'Dale again. Good for about 7 yards on that reception. Dart, he's looking for a big ball here. He's looking for a big ball that was going for a little Jordan Humphrey. Could not get it to him. Looked like there might have been a little hand checking there. 3rd and 3 upcoming. Third and 3. And we got flags. And the play clock ran all the way down. And it didn't matter because it was a false start anyway. So 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8. Schlotman. You're watching the alternate one? But even the alternate one should be like, that's usually a little more behind than even the regular broadcast one. Dart throws, and it's going to be caught by Johnson. And that's a first down for the Giants. Let's go! Dart is going to pull it down, and he's going to get sacked. Yard loss. Please don't be hurt. Please don't be hurt. Please don't be hurt. Please don't be hurt. Oh, no! Oh, no! Son of a fuck! And just like that. You can't, we're Giants fans. Can't have anything nice. Can't have anything nice. Can't have anything nice. He's going to have to come out for at least one play, so we got to see fucking... Why? Why is Jameis Winston not our backup? The Pizza Hut went back to Pizza Hut went back to the old logo, but then they skewed it. So it's like, we're Pizza Hut, but we're still edgy and fair. It's better than the fucking chicken scratch one. I'll give them that. That's a better logo than that. Yeah, no, like hamster, but you guys have seen me be hopeless and depressed anyway. So like, all this is that you, for a fraction of a second, you got to see me actually be excited and happy, and now I'm back to normal state. Now it's back to, oh yeah, no, this is the Giants. Yeah, no, we can't be happy at all. Question: who was the starting quarterback for the 1972 Eagles? I don't fucking know. Fucking Norm Van Brocklin, probably. That old fuck. Of course, Brian Dable's in there. Oh my god! Oh my god! Do you need me to? Oh, I'll suck his penis if it makes him feel better. Hand off to Tyrone Tracy there from Russell Wilson. Tracy's going to get 2 yards on 2nd and 11. Pete Lisk. There you go. Everybody moving around here. 3rd and 9 for the Giants. Russell Wilson takes the snap, looks, throws into the fucking ground. And there's the Russell Wilson we all know and love. And just like that, any and all Giants' happiness and momentum has gone away. Craft in the chat says that was a beautiful completion of the ground. I'm sorry I'm silent right now, but I'm just my hope. My hope is hurt. I got an injured hope. Injured reserve. Hand off to Saquon, and he's going to be stuffed at the line. No gain. 2nd and 10 coming up. Second and 10 coming up here. 34, 33, 32 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Hurts, high snap, handoff to Saquon, and that's going to be a loss of 2 yards. And there you go. End of the third quarter. The New York Giants have a 10-point lead. We're worried about Jackson Dart, clearly. We don't know what's going to happen here, but we got a big third down coming up here. We all just need to take a breath, okay? We all just need to take a breath. And we also need to go ahead and get those fours up, ladies and gentlemen. We have hit the first, the second, the third, and the fourth quarter. We do all 4 quarters here. Get the fours up. Great to see everybody in there. Keela back in the chat. Great to see you, Keela. Hey, if the defense can hold them off, you still got a 10-point lead. That is 1,000% correct. So let's hope the defense, again, does good here and gets off the field on third down. They've been doing better at that in this game, better than they have been. There's still been some times where it's like, oh, God, the third down still give me high anxiety when it comes to the New York Giants defense. Hopefully, we do a little bit better here. Whew, boy. Whew. That's all I gotta say. Whew. What else can you say? Great to see all the fours up there. Again, great to see you back in the chat here, Keela. Love to see you there. Love everybody in the chat. If you're watching along, want to join us in the chat, you absolutely can. Chat is open. Say hi. Say how you doing. Come on in. If this is your first time here, you like anything that you're watching, why would you? But if you do, and you want to stick around, hit that like button, hit the share button, and of course, if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. Helps us out tremendously, and we seriously, seriously love you for that. ELS question number 18. By the way, who is the first coach of the New York Football Giants? That's actually a really good question. I know we just had the question about Steve Owen, but you said it was, Steve Owen was in the 30s. But 1925. It wasn't. I don't think Tim Mara wasn't. Was Ray Flaherty? Was he a player coach? He might have been player coach. I have no idea. I'll say Ray Flaherty because I honestly, it escapes my mind. I used to know all that shit. Keela says, looks like Dart might be back soon, and I would love to see the Eagles. We all would love to see the Eagles lose. Nobody likes seeing the Eagles win. So here we go, 3rd and 12. Jalen Hurts, back. He's got time. Throws out of the backfield here to Saquon. Saquon is going to get about 2 yards short of the first down. It's going to be 4th and 2 from about the 19-yard line. So we got 10 yards on the play, but they are deep in their own end. I don't think this is going to be a tush-push situation. Lloyd says he's surprised about the lack of Dart question. It was one question on one day. Leave ELS alone. Look at the service that he provides for us here. He keeps us entertained and gives us great questions in the trivia. Keeps us updated on some of the other actions and games going on here. Devils lost 6-3, giving up 2 empty net goals at the end of the game. Not the way I wanted to start the season, but we'll see what happens. Again, Carolina is our bugaboo, so that is going to happen. Bob Folwell, that's a great poll. Olszewski's going to get it up to the 35. And here we go. Jackson Dart back on the field. You can hear the crowd go kind of a little nuts, which is good. We want him back. After you see Russell Wilson throw the ball into the ground, it's good to see him come back out here. Let's go. Yeah, Hamster. Yeah, we're focused on the game and on trivia. You leave ELS and his trivia alone. He does it during the commercial breaks. That's when we need it. That's when we need the trivia. So you hush yourself, Hamster. Here we go from the 34. Hand off to Scatterbo, and Scatterbo is going to be good for about 2 yards. 2nd and 8 coming up here. I didn't say I didn't like. I know what you're saying. It comes off as like ELS. Stop, man. We're watching the game. Like, don't do that. Like, I get what you're saying. I know what you mean. I know you probably don't mean it as that, but that's what it comes off as. So, and I think maybe that's some of the things that you have, Hamster. I don't know. We all have that. We all have that moment where what we say and what we think we're saying is fine, but what actually comes out is not the way we meant it. Like, that happens. That happens. You're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine here. 2nd and 7, actually. Throws. Did Hayek catch that? He's going to be about 6 inches short of the first down. They're going to say no catch. I can't see it. The official's in the way. I didn't see it. I thought his arm was under it. What do I know? So 3rd and 7 here. 13:07 now in the 4th quarter. Dart in shotgun. Takes the snap. He steps back. Looks. Throws. That ball was tipped. Coming out. Incomplete. 4th and 7. Giants are going to have to punt. Son of a bitch. Yeah, Keela, I thought he had it. They waved it off at the end, unfortunately. And then Dart looks like he had somebody, but as he throws it, that's the thing with the defense. They always teach you, if you can't get to the quarterback, get your hands up because something like that happens. He would have had a clear shot there to, it looks like it was Johnson or was that Little Jordan Humphreys. But at the end of the day, that's what it is. So 4th and 7 now. Eagles ball about to be kicked back to them. And the Scottish Hammer kicks it away. That's going to land at the 25, and the Eagles are going to get it up to about the 34-yard line. And that is where they will start their first drive of the fourth quarter. Whoo! Question 19. What famous actor did Elizabeth Taylor marry twice? In 1964 and again in 1975. Richard Burton. It has to be Richard Burton. Their true love. Although I think they divorced a couple of, I think the second time, did Richard Burton die afterwards? I think that was it. But yeah, Elizabeth Taylor was. That's what I'm saying. She liked living her life. Nothing wrong with that. When you look as good as Elizabeth Taylor did, you're allowed to do whatever you want to go ahead and do. Crafty says Richard Burton as well, same as I did. It just feels like that. It just feels like Richard Burton is the right answer. That's kind of a Hollywood shorthand for like Hollywood couples is, oh well, they look as good as Burton and Taylor together, you know, like that's a thing. So just feels like that. It just feels like that to me. Answer is indeed Richard Burton. Beautiful look at Statue of Liberty standing in New Jersey, as she has since she was erected here in the United States. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Eagles from their 34-yard line. Jalen Hurts looks, throws. He's going to get that to Devontae Smith, and that's going to be a 15-yard gain. 1st down, Eagles. Jesus Christ, hamster. I know you got to be. I know you're joking. Stop it. You and Lloyd, you never know what you're saying. Yeah, Max Crosby is very tattooed, and he's also, a one-man wrecking machine. He almost single-handedly defeated the Bears 2 weeks ago for the Raiders. He's the only good thing about the Raiders. Deep ball here from Jalen Hurts. Incomplete. What? You can't. What are you throwing a flag for? He knocked the ball away. What are we doing? What a terrible fucking call. Oh, God, the Eagles got the refs in the pocket. Where? That's what nonsense. He knocked the ball away. When is now defending a fucking pass? That's fucking absurd. What an absolute absurd fucking call. Goddard gets the pass on 1st and 10. He's going to get 10 yards first down. Fucking Christ. What a terrible fucking call. So from the 15 now, Jalen Hurts takes the snap. Looks, throws, incomplete. And they're going to throw another flag because the player's he slipped. A.J. Brown slipped. Ref's got it in the bag for the Eagles. We know that. We know that now. Keeler says, wow, ref ball. Yep. ELS says, bullshit call. Oh, they picked up the flag. They picked up the flag, said no flag. But you know what we do here? Every time you throw a flag, you make the play stop. You make everything else stop. We count the flag. That's why we have the little logo there. It says flag counter. All flags counted. Hamster says they just cheating now. They trying. They trying. Maybe it's a little give back. I don't know. So here we go. It's now 2nd and 10 from the 15. Hurts takes the snap. Giants get a rush in. Throw picked off! Picked off! Go! 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 Run, Flot! Run! Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about! That's what I'm talking about! Let's go! Woo! Oh, wow! Keeler in chat says, let's go. ELS says, Eagles, interception alert. First down, Giants. Holy cow, says Hamster. Oh. Just stole it from Dotson. Dart is going to take it himself again for 2 yards. Why are we doing that? Why are we call Dable, Kafka and Dable? Listen, guys. You already had him taken out of the game. They did a concussion protocol. They were checking things. We were worried about him. He was injured or anything like that. Stop doing designed runs to him, please. For now, just for the rest of this game. Maybe start next week. Stop doing that. It might be. It might be ELS. It might be. But we'll see. From the 20, Giants moved way earlier on that one. That's a Luminor. Kind of obvious to see who was that. Number 72. You think? You think it might have been him? Keeler says, burn that clock. That's it, baby. We need the Giants right now to be the world's biggest clock suckers. We got to suck that clock like it's nobody's business. Get that, just kill all that time on there. Hit a Scatterbo. Just give it a Scatterbo, and then give it a Scatterbo again. Just run that clock. Run it. Christian J. Pierce says, how about that? That's what I'm saying. Again, they're going to run. What are we doing? Why are we doing that to this kid? Stop it. Crafty in the chat says, Hurts had the longest active streak of games without a pick until tonight. Seahawks Flock says, great pick by Flott. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining us here in the chat. For joining us here, fantastic. It's great to have you guys here. If you're brand new to the channel, if you want to give us a like and a share, that's fantastic. If you want to give us a subscribe, if you have not subscribed yet, please do so. It helps us out tremendously. We love all of you for your support and watching the channel. Thank you so much. 3rd and 8. Eagles show blitz. Dart tosses it up. Oh! Tried to get a one-handed catch. Did Hyatt. And there's no flag for pass interference. The crowd thinks there should have been. And there is. I didn't see a flag, but there's a flag apparently came in late. I want to see because I don't want to judge too quickly. They're going to say pass interference in the end zone. Giants get the ball 1st and 10 at the 1 or 1st and goal at the 1. I want to see because I don't, he's holding his arm, and he never looked back. That'll get you every time. He didn't look back, and he held his arm. Crafty says, "Here comes the dagger." Keela says, "Flag." Like the Tom. I'm sorry. There's no other way to say flag anymore than just the way Tom says it. Flag. Flag, flag, flag. Seahawks Flock says, "Scat time. Skidaboo." Let's see. Hand off to Scatterbo. I think he's in. Where's the official mark? And they're saying he's in. Touchdown, New York Giants. There he is. There's cartwheels. There's backflips. There's the woo. Let's go. And now the Giants have a 33-17 lead? What? What? Brian Daboll telling Jackson Dart, you can come home and fuck my wife. I don't care. You saved my job. You do whatever you want. Oh, my God. Extra point, snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. The Giants lead 34-17. The Giants have a 17-point lead. The Giants were 7.5-point underdogs at home. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know the proper. I haven't been this. 17 points. Calamitous Rain in the chat says, "Is this the most the Giants have scored in a while?" We scored 37 against the Cowboys, but that was the Cowboys defense. So, I mean, they made Russell Wilson look good. So, take that for what it is. But like legitimately score this much and like look very good doing so. And the defense kind of being stiffening up at the right time, and playing well, getting off the field on third downs, getting in a clutch interception there. I haven't quite seen that in a real long time. So that's what I mean. I'm sitting here. We're in the fourth quarter. We got 9:41 left in the fourth quarter. Giants have a 17-point lead. We scored 34 points. I'm not sure the proper way to react because I haven't had this kind of ability to interact with people and to the Giants game and to what the Giants are doing in a positive way in so long, especially against the Eagles. Like, the Eagles have beaten the piss out of the Giants for the last 15 years. The only time the Giants ever gotten a win against the Eagles is usually when the Eagles are resting their players because it's the end of the season and they've wrapped everything up. Like, that's the only time that the Giants have really ever gotten a win against the Eagles in the last 15 years. So now we're here. I'm going to tell you, Calamity, optimism for the first time in a while. You ain't kidding, my friend. Hamster says, all the Giants fans ever woken and come in here. we're like cicadas. Every 15 to 17 years, we actually wake up and be like, hey, how we doing? Oh, and the Eagles fumble it out of bounds. They're going to have it at the 4. Oh, no. Disaster class for the Eagles. Oh, no. Yes, Lloyd, I forgive you. Like I said, a little shit talk is pretty good. And like I said before the game, there's not too much that you could say about the Giants that I haven't already said and said numerous times, and I've said a lot worse too. So you trust me, you're fine. Holy shit. Hamster says Christmas commercial is on. That's fitting because this feels like a Christmas miracle for Giants fans. I wouldn't ask Santa for this because it would seem unrealistic. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 5-yard line. 9:41 remaining. Hurts takes the snap, back, looks, throws to A.J. Brown. That's going to be caught for a gain of about 7. 2nd and 3 coming up. Whoo! Breathe. Got to remember to breathe. Breathing is important. In and out. Oxygen. Very good. Respiration. Aerobic respiration needed for cells to survive. The mitochondria, powerhouse of the cell. We all remember that. So 2nd and 3, Hurts. He's got time. There's some holding happening there. He's still got time. He's just going to roll and throws it out of bounds. Goddard was the intended receiver. 3rd and 3. 9:06 remaining. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. Whoo! Giants' second rookie running back with 3 rushing touchdowns in a game. Charlie Evans, back in 1971, was the only other Giants rookie running back to do such a feat. And there's Russell Wilson talking to Scatabo. Whatever advice Russell Wilson has given you, Cam, please ignore it. Oh, 3rd and 3 coming up here for the Eagles. Hurts back. Looks, throws it out of the backfield here. That's going to be to Saquon, and Saquon is going to lose yardage. It was 3rd and 3. It's going to be like 3rd and 5 or 4th and 5 now. So the Giants defense holds again on 3rd down. Yeah, he did lose at 4th and 4. The Eagles are going to go for it. Oh boy. Oh boy. This would be the game. This would be the game. This would be the game. Jackson Dart getting the crowd loud, getting the crowd up. The chunky water girl on the sideline, she's smiling. She's excited. I'm excited with you, girl. I'm excited with you. Fill those cups up. Let's go. We got to be properly hydrated for this. Hurts, looks, throws over the middle. And it is caught by Devontae Smith, and that's going to be a 1st down. Shit. Seahawks flock, man. Almost. But as they say, almost counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, and that is about it. So from the 20-yard line now, 1st and 10, the Eagles did convert. Hurts back. Looks, throws to his left. That is going to be caught and good for about 8 yards. A.J. Dillon with the reception out of the backfield. Keela gives us an damn it. Yeah. Seahawks flock, same thing. Damn. Yep. It's all right. We still got, there's 7:35. Giants defense still trying to hold on here. Eagles trying to get something going. Hurts. He's got time to throw. Deep ball down the middle. Wide open is Goddard. And he's going to get the ball down to the Giants' 37-yard line. Big gain. Eagles now in Giants territory. Don't like this. ELS says I missed question 20. I do apologize. Where did the Eagles first call home? I'll say Shy Park. Oh, Eagles moved a little early. No flag. A.J. Dillon has the ball, but he fumbles. And they're saying Giants ball. Let's go. Yeah, that's out. Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's go. Let's go. 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 Woo. Let's go. Let's go. Oh. Keela says, this is wild. This is nuts. Seahawk, yes. Oh, my God. That's out. That is out. ELS in the chat. What is going on? That is a great question. That is a great question. If you're the Eagles, like take everything out of it for now. It's kind of hard because, as you can see, I'm a little emotionally invested. But for the moment, let's all take a breath. If you're looking at this from an objective Eagles point of view, Eagles fan point of view, boy, if those first 4 or 5 games worried you, especially the loss to the Broncos, but even the other games where you hadn't played a full game, you played a good half, you played a couple of good quarters, but you never put the full 60 together, but you were still winning. This happening against the Giants, a division rival, who you've consistently kicked the shit out of for the last decade and a half, for this to happen, considering how everything else has kind of gone for you, like that's got to wake some people up, I think, in the Eagles organization. They have to start, like, again, they had a meeting apparently with A.J. Brown on Monday, and they tried to say, oh, it's nothing, just a couple of guys, so we're just teammates talking to each other, and that's it. We wish it didn't kind of get out there, but this is what we're doing. We're just talking to each other. This is what we're doing, blah, blah, blah. They tried to avoid saying it was like a players-only meeting or a players' meeting. They said it was just teammates talking. That's all it was, blah, blah, blah. Like, if you're the Eagles, like, you have this kind of like a little mini bye here. You're going to have this 10 days where you're not playing. You kind of have to you got to get people together. You got to get people together and figure out what's going on and why you're not being more consistent at all. Seahawk says that I think this calls for me to grab a celebratory soda. I, too, am having celebratory soda with a little extra German herbal aperitif, if you know what I'm saying. So now the Giants, from their own 25-yard line, Jackson Dart under center, I think you're going to get a hefty dose of Scatabo here. And indeed you do, and Scatabo's going to break it loose, and he's all the way down to the 43-yard line. As Scatabo, with a big run there from the 25 to the 43, almost a 20-yard run. What do we got? A 17-yard run there for Scatabo. Yeah, I'm sorry, Lloyd. I was losing my mind here for a second. Me as the only Eagles fan tonight. Jimbo left me to die. Yeah, no, Jimbo's got work. I get it. He couldn't be here for the whole thing. Wow. I am still, and I'll get to the question ELS in a second. I do apologize. I will get there. Hamster says Scatabo is a beast. Scatabo. There we go. 1st and 10. Again, a handoff to Scatabo, and again, Scatabo's going to get 11 yards. And the Giants have another first down and are in Eagles territory. Holy shit. That's it. Just add to the Scatabo. Eat that clock up. Suck that clock. Woo. Woo. I don't know what to do. I'm literally just... you guys have watched me for a while. You have not seen this smile on my face. Maybe in a long time. Handoff to Scatabo. He's only going to get a yard run there on 1st and 10. And it looks like the Eagles are going to call a timeout. Yeah, but we didn't believe Jimbo because Jimbo always thinks that he's I'm going to say it because it's like reverse psychology. You know, I'm going to say it, and I'll say, like, he always picks against the Eagles. He always does everything. Like, I'm going to pick against the Eagles, and I say, it's reverse psychology. And then, you know, because then the Eagles will win, and I'll be like, see, my reverse psychology works. So he always does that. He always does it. He always says, Eagles are going to lose. You know, he's like a slightly more mild-mannered Frank the Tank from Barstool. But yeah, Seahawks Flock in the chat says Scat is going off for my fantasy team. Fuck yeah, he is. Picking up Scatabo in the fantasy league, whether you got him on waivers, whether you drafted him or not, that's a great pickup. Lloyd says King has a shit-eating grin on tonight, dude. This thing's not gonna leave for a while. This thing is here. Just tattoo it on my face right now, and I'm gonna remember this for a long time. Hand off to Scatabo again on 2nd and 9. He's gonna get about 4 yards, so it's gonna be 3rd and 5 upcoming. And the Eagles are going to call their second timeout. Whoever has Dart in fantasy is eating. I would have loved to have picked them, but I didn't get a chance to do that, Calamitous. I really would have. I was actually kind of looking to see because I know I have a bye week coming up soon, and I wanted to pick up a quarterback, and I didn't get it. But that's a great point by Al. Yeah, the Eagles haven't lost back-to-back games since 2023. We're going to see what happens with the Giants. They got to travel to Denver next week, and then we play the Eagles right again. So this is a quick turnaround. It's a at Denver at Philly situation. If we can keep playing like this, then this is, we're on the right track. But we have to keep playing like this. Defense has to keep it up. Offense has to keep it up. Dart is going to throw to Scatabo out of the backfield, and he gets it first down, knocked out of bounds. But it's a first down for the Giants. It does stop the clock, so the Eagles – we got a flag. What's this? I'll think about it, Eos. I'll see if I got anybody I want to give you. If you want anybody I got. They're going to give taunting to Scatabo? Boo. Boo. You can't, come on. You can't chain down Scatabo. What are we doing? That's shaking your head at a guy is taunt. That's a weak. Like, he didn't even jump in his face. He didn't put the ball in his face. He just said, you hit me in the head and I'm fucking crazy. That's taunting? That one didn't need to be called. That one didn't. So either way, 1st and 10 now for the Giants from the 48-yard line because of the penalty. Hand off to Scatabo again, and he's just going to go and get another first down anyway. And he says, fuck you. I'll just gain it back. Oh, this is great. Winning football, watching good football is fun. Who knew? Who knew watching good football could be fun to do? I had no idea. I had forgotten. Aquila says, hey, the refs felt ignored. They wanted to get some attention. I was going to say, the flags have been, thankfully, very few and far between today. Again, it says 11 on there, but compared to how other games in the NFL have been this year, the 11 flags tonight have been fairly well spaced out. Hand off here to Singletary. Singletary's going to get a good 3, maybe 4 yards, and that keeps the clock running down to 3:40 for the Giants. Oh, question 21. I'm so sorry. Question 21. In 2001, Michael Strahan became the NFL single-season sack leader when he recorded 22 and a half sacks. Which Division I AA school did Strahan attend? He was at a HBCU, wasn't he? It wasn't Jackson State. Was he like Howard? Or was it Townsend? Something like that. Something like that. Seahawks Flock says it's great to see the young guys put life back into this Giants team. Lloyd says King eating good. Dude, this is so great. Again, a handoff to Singletary, and he's going to continue to gain yards, and he got a first down. Kept fighting, got to the first down marker, first down Giants, and that keeps the clock moving. Down to 2:46, 2:45, 2:44, and running. The Giants are going to have to run one more play before the 2-minute warning. Hamster said you had the Giants plus that. I was going to say the Giants were a 7.5-point underdog going this game. Some books had them at 7 and had gone down to 7. Some were still up at 7.5. But the fact that and they were a home team, which means home teams usually get 3 points anyway. So you're talking about the Giants were, in actuality, the way the money was moving, like a 10.5-point underdog at home. That's crazy. That's crazy. They're going to say he didn't make the first down. I thought he did. They're going to say he didn't make the first down, so it's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Giants. Oh, there's some sad Eagles fans in the stands. I like to see that. I like seeing sad Eagles fans. I was going to say, they got to reset the clock there. Hamster says, it's a division game on the road, and you're going to give the Giants a touchdown. Here's the thing, though, Hamster, and this is the thing I was bringing up all the time. I brought it up for the Chiefs game, and it was relevant then, and I brought it up before this game because it felt like that's what we were looking at. The Giants at home in prime time is usually disaster. Whether it's Eagles games, whether it's Cowboys, whether it's Chiefs, whether it's doesn't matter. Giants in primetime at home is usually a disaster. At least it has been for the last 15 years. Giants get the first down on the sneak there. I really wish you'd stop fucking make Dart run the goddamn ball, please. But that does get it down to the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. The New York Giants lead by 17 points, 34-17. And it looks like, I don't want to say anything too early here, but it looks like the Giants might pull out a victory here. Holy shit. Hamster brings up the fact, and the Phillies lost today, too. It is not a good night in Philadelphia. To be fair, it wasn't a good night for the New York, New Jersey area coming into the night either. Yankees had lost. They were out of the playoffs. The Knicks apparently were in to try to get Giannis and didn't make the correct offers. So they were rejected. Nobody even wants to talk about the Mets. The Devils lost. The Rangers lost. It hasn't been a great. The Jets are the Jets, and considered to be maybe the worst team in the NFL. So, I get it. Texas Southern, shit, I knew that ELS. But. So that was the thing. People were like, "Oh, maybe the Giants will have to give fans some hope." And everybody's like, "Really? The Giants? You think the Giants are gonna do something?" And so, sure enough, it's there. Christian Pierce in the chat says, "GG's, King." It's rare to see this. It's rare to see this so much. Seahawks Flock in the chat says, I know some Philly fans that deserve to be sad. They had this penciled in as a win already. And here's the thing. I'd want to be mad and be like, oh, how dare you? It's like looking at the history and looking at the Giants and how they played against New Orleans and looking at the Eagles. Even if the Eagles don't play a great game, what about the Giants says they're gonna win? I couldn't fault anybody for saying, I got to pick the Giants, or I got to pick the Eagles. There's no way the Giants, and even with the point spread, if people said, I still got to go with the Eagles, it's hard to blame them. And as a Giants fan, I had to say that because it's true. Again, especially the Giants at home in a primetime game, it never works out well. But here we are. And this is something that we've been dying to see as Giants fans for a while. Just good football, good solid football, competent execution of plays, the defense getting off the field on third downs, like those certain things which we haven't seen for 15 years. except for the 1 year with Daniel Jones here. What was that, 2022? Where he played great and out of his mind. So here we go. Giants are going to be set up in victory formation. On 1st and 10, they kneel it down. And the Eagles will not use their last timeout. And that's it. That is going to be it. The Giants will just kneel it out 2 more times. And the Giants will win. The Eagles, this is going to be their first back-to-back losses since 2023. And their first win. And the Giants, this is the first divisional win in the last 9 games. Jesus Christ. This is what I'm talking about. This is the level that we were talking about. Do you know how many seasons? Like the last time I think we won a game was the last game of the 2023 season against the Eagles, and that was because they had benched everybody. Seahawks Fox said, we love to see it. Hamster says, what did I just witness? That was the question for 22, by the way, for ELS. What iconic brand of die-cast toy quickly caught on fire? Hot Wheels. Come on. It's Hot Wheels. And the Giants seal down, and that's it. That's the game. The Giants win. Not only did the Giants win, the Giants win by 17 points. 17 points. 34-17. I don't know. I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know. What you're seeing here is a New York Giants fan. I think maybe you could list me as your typical Giants fan. That's fine. I accept that being a what you would call a typical Giants fan, because again, we haven't seen this in so long. We haven't seen the Giants play, especially against a team like the Eagles, like a team that's like defending Super Bowl champion, and they may not be playing great, but they're still winning games. So all that stuff, like, what a wake up call this is. And now if we're, again, you want to build on this. I don't want to see a regression. I don't want to see us go to Denver and lay an egg and have Bo Nix fucking Bo leave all over our nuts. I don't want that. I want to see us build on this. If we can build on this, then that's good. Chip and Show says the Rubber Room here is sending you all the GGs in the world. And I love you guys there from the Rubber Room. I'm probably going to jump in there after this, just so that we could have a talk, just so that we could have a little conversation. That's great. Chip is from the Rubber Room on Discord, all that stuff. Guys, I might send an invite to the Rubber Room for some of the guys there in the Stay Tuned Discord as well, so you guys can join us as well, because that's get a nice little crossover there. That'd be fun. But again, you guys have been great, and thanks for the support, thanks for the views, thanks for the interactions in the chat. This is all great. Lloyd says I feel violated. I can't believe what I just watched. I can't believe what I just saw. I almost feel like watching, like it's USA Miracle on Ice. I don't believe what I just saw, and I might leave that scoreboard up there for a while. I just might stare at that. I just might stare at it for a little bit, because I have no idea what to do. But ladies and gentlemen, the Giants not only beat, but they crushed the Eagles. And I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do this because I know Jimbo took a little bit of a leave of absence from the show, and all that. And again, here's the thing. Me and Jimbo, we've had the Giants-Eagles rivalry now for as long as we've been friends, which is about 15 years, as long as the Giants have sucked. And Jimbo has enjoyed success and everything like that when it comes to the Giants. Me, not so much. But here's the thing, is that every season we compete for the King James Championship belt there, the rivalry championship belt. And I got to tell you, it feels good for Daddy to be home. It feels good. It feels good. I've missed you, sweetie. Daddy's missed you. Welcome home. Good to be here. I want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight and watching along with us as the New York Giants went ahead and put 34 points up on the Eagles and win by 17 points. 34. I'm going to say that all the time. Just understand that. 34-17. Giants beat the Eagles. If you liked any part of this, and why wouldn't you? Usually I'm like, why would you like it? Why wouldn't you like this? Please hit that like button, hit that share button, and if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. It helps us out tremendously with the algorithm. If you want to help us out a little bit more tangibly, we have a link for our donation station and our merch store down in the description below or in the top of the chat. If you're still in the chat, you can click on those anywhere there. You can join our Discord. It's very small, but we're starting to grow and trying to get people there. I'm going to go jump over onto Discord now, join a couple of different channels there, either ours and the Rubber Room and a couple different places, because I'm not going to sleep yet, because this has been a night. This has been a night, and I'm not done yet, and I can't end it yet. I can't end it yet. So thank you all for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. My name has been King, and enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening, the about 40 minutes of it that we have left. Adios, everybody.